me just understand what the ground situation currently is. The Palakkad MLA Shafi Parambil also now joining us on the broadcast. Good to have you in the broadcast with us. Could you give us any more details of where things stand currently? We're already getting the first pictures that yes, Babu is on that mountain top. Could you give us more details of what will happen from here on?
Yeah, we are. It is the moment of greatest relief. The most riskiest part has been successfully completed by the army personnel, and I must mention special thanks to them for the effort that they have taken for us. The second thing is that the boy also fought so well. Even after this 48 hours of not even having a single drop of water, he was climbing the rock with the support personnel. So that was an amazing thing to have. We were worried about his situation because if he was in a situation where he could not walk, thus rappelling, ascending could have been much more risky a job. So now he's on the top of the rock, the mountain. Now we are expecting a helicopter from Sulur to reach here in some 20-25 minutes. If the helicopter is able to airlift him, I know the wind here is again a problem, but he is on the top of the mountain. If the helicopter is able to airlift him, he may go to Dhoni, or we have a helipad at Bemal over here, and from there he will be shifted to district hospital. He has been given the first aid, and the IV fluid is being running right now. He has given some food and all. Water also is being given. He seems to be okay as of now, and they are waiting for the arrival and the trial of helicopter to airlift him.
Sir, we were also getting reports that there was some sort of an injury on his leg. Do we have any more details? What is his condition like?
Yeah, injury was on his knee, but he could withstand it because, as you may have seen in the visuals, he was climbing up the mountain with the person and with the support of the rock. So he is a fighter also. Otherwise, I don't think it was very easy for a guy who was away from even a drop of water for 48 hours to climb the rock by about 500 meters up like this. So I think the injury is manageable as of now. Otherwise, he could not have made it like this. Next details we have to get it once the medical team is up to him.
So what is the army telling you? What are the weather conditions looking like? Will the helicopter rescue be possible in the next couple of hours?
It's pretty hot over here, but that can be managed. What they are feared about or scared about is the wind over here on the top of the mountain. Wind is coming from both sides, they say. I don't know technically how much it is impossible for them to airlift, but they'll try for sure. They're expecting the arrival of a helicopter in some 20 minutes.
So what about the contact with his family? Have you been able to speak to his family members?
Yeah, I just met them. I just went back to the place where they all were halting. I just met them. I conveyed them that this has happened, and I asked them to be, to be at peace, and they are very much happy, relieved. They have been waiting for all those hours on a rock, waiting for their son to come back. There was not even a drop of tear from her eyes. She was so strong and confident, and she was saying that I know our team will bring him back. God will help us help him come back. And she stayed strong, and that boy also fought it very well.
Sir, could you talk to us a little more about the rescue operation? Because most experts had been talking about how the topography and the terrain were difficult. Any word that's coming in from the army of how they went about this rescue?
See, it is like the terrain is very much difficult for such operation. Everybody is thinking how the boy has reached there. Even that seems to be very risky. Not even reaching there, if he has fallen from a height, he is so lucky to have where he has been last 48 hours. An inch below that or an inch above that, I don't know what the picture will be. It is that much risky. The thing is that we tried airlifting yesterday, but when helicopter comes, the blade with, it is not on the top of the mountain or not even below. It is on the center. So we cannot approach the helicopter towards him. The worst part it was, even though our people, our rescue forces tried to reach him some 300 meters near to him, some 600 or some meter below him, we were not even able to hand over a bottle of water to him. We tried so many things, even drones was tried, and the strong wind could not help the drones to stay. And when some powerful things came from Chennai today, by the time army, they started their operation yesterday night, as and when they arrived here, and they reached at 3 different places, one on the top, one on the side, and one below. And there was a base camp set up in the bottom of the hill, and the things were coordinated from here. The team on the top came down rappelling, descending towards the boy, and the team here through their long machine cameras gave the necessary direction through the walkie-talkie, and they was moving, shifting sides, moving towards the boy. And once they met the boy, the other team also came in support, and they lifted in the support of the army personnel. And the terrain is much. It is like at some part it is like a straight line deep from the mountain to the bottom. It looked like a straight line, and there is not even a tree to say at that place of the mountain to be safe along with. So it was quite risky a job, but army could do it. Army could save the boy. That brings much relief for us.
So the biggest worry was that because he had been hanging for 40 hours, he probably could have been dehydrated. Are his parameters normal? All those checks have been done?
Yeah, that was one of the biggest risks. Night was too cold. Even I reached at some 2 a.m., 3 a.m. over here. It was difficult for me to stay at the ground. Then how it could have been at the top, you can just imagine. And the days, Palakkad is one of the hottest place of Kerala. So days is too hot. So dehydration possibilities is too high. And yesterday at some point of time when the helicopter was doing the hovering, the boy was showing his t-shirt, shirts and waving his hand. We were at least relieved to see that. Then slowly his actions also gone less. We were worried about him. And when the helicopter went away, he seems to be really sad, and his movements was reduced, very much reduced. Then our team tried to reach him. When the army people reached him in the night, some 150, 200 meters above, they tried to talk him. They shouted at him. He shouted back. Then they told that we are here, be there only, be confident, we will pick you up. Then he was asking for water. They told that everything is coming your way. Don't worry. You are safe now. Be there. Don't sleep or don't fall down. Stay alert. We are reaching to you. Don't make noise or sound,
Okay.
as you may get tired because of that. Then they approached him. Now dehydration, the IV fluid is already running. I think he will be able. They are able to maintain that thing through IV fluid. It was already ready
Okay.
on the top of the mountain.
Okay, so we leave the conversation there. Thanks for getting us all those details, and credit not just for Babu but for the heroic rescue and the teams that were involved from the NDRF, Coast Guard and the Army team as well. As the MLA was explaining to us that it wasn't easy on all aspects. Neetu is also now back with us. Neetu, so the good news is that he's back on the top of that mountain. His parameters look okay for now, and he will be taken to a nearby hospital. Any more details that you're picking up?
See, as the MLA said, he will be airlifted from there. He will be taken to the hospital. Though he has injuries to his legs, it's not as